Welcome back to Mystic Oracle. This is Mystic bringing y'all back another Oracle energy reading. Please like, share, subscribe if this reading resonates with you in any way. And thank y'all for the love and support. We're going to hop in. We're going to see what's going on. And we're going to see what the messages are for us today. Okay? So, Spirit, what's the overall energy? What's the overall reading? What's the energy? Unfinished business in reverse. Somebody ready to close this situation out. All right. Secret work lover and movie night in reverse. Okay. So somebody got into a situationship as a result of somebody messing with a work lover, somebody that they work with, that they shouldn't have had Netflix and chill with. Okay, so that's the overall energy. And while I was shuffling, I was seeing a certain energy that was trying to peek out, that was basically saying somebody's stuck in a dysfunctional family dynamic that they want to get out of, but the other person is stopping their forward movement. They feel like they have to protect themselves, and they feel like this person always coming at them with fights and arguments and stuff to keep them from moving on. And then I'm getting that it's mutual. So these people are two people that's cut from the same cloth. They both act the same way. It's definitely a karmic relationship, but I feel like one person is starting to grow out of that and they want to leave. They no longer want to be toxic anymore, and that's where we are now. I feel like that is a result of, this is how it started. It started as a work situation that they should have never took past a moving night, or they should have never made time to connect with this person, because now this person wants nothing to do with this other person. They no longer want to be toxic anymore. They bored with the situation, dead end connection, unfulfilled, and lacking the spark to move forward. But even though this person doesn't have any passions or emotions in this situation, they are stuck in this situation. Okay, we're gonna dive a little bit further and see what's going on. Spirit, what are the messages? Got caught up. Got living in the moment, fed up in reverse. Love message. Yeah, they was infatuated with the situation. They were just living in the moment. They wasn't thinking about the consequences or what could potentially happen down the road. They was just in love with the energy that it was giving off. And it wasn't even love, that honeymoon phase that you get out of a situation before it gets serious. We got running in reverse. Yeah. So this person decided to plant seeds here. They decided to put their energy into the situation, and it went left when they should have loved themselves first. So this is somebody that put their energy into other people instead of putting it into themselves. So they living in the moment, putting their energy into situations that should be temporary or whatever, that they ended up getting stuck in. What else? Where the drama started. Or this person that does live in the moment is the drama starter, and they ended up attracting somebody that was basically on the same type of frequency that they was, that carried that same energy. Yeah, somebody that they should have got rid of. Somebody that they should have blocked, but they stayed stuck in the situation. They allowed their energy to connect, and that's where this person binded themselves to this energy. Now it's not so easy for them to walk away. But you, on the other hand, you are too busy winning. Or this person thought that they was going to be winning with this situation that ended up being that it ran out. It ran out quick. Now this person can't dust it off because they know they wasted their time, but they can't get rid of it. They know they wasted their time. They can't get rid of it. And they still have to show up every day like, they still on top. They not breaking a sweat or anything like that. They thought they won a prize by getting into this energy. Some people think they feel more bolder when they indulge themselves into toxic situation. They think that it's love. It gives them a high. It gives them a adrenaline rush when they get into these toxic situations until they get themselves into something that they can't get out of. But they don't pay attention to the message when they should block this energy off when it comes to how the drama is coming into their life to the point where they can't show love to themselves. They stop showing love to themselves, and the energy switches from them showing love to themselves, and they more into the drama and what's going on as far as the drama. That's how you get caught up. That's how that spell becomes activated to the point where you can't block this drama off. You become a part of it. You become a part of the problem, okay? Let's clarify this energy. Clarify this energy, spirit. Toxic in reverse. Like I said in the beginning, this person no longer wants to be toxic anymore. They don't want to be toxic anymore. Yeah, they sick of arguing. They don't want to argue anymore. Like I stated in the beginning, it's just clarifying. But they going back and forth. So this is giving me make up the breakup energy. Don't be afraid to wish out. We need to communicate in a healthy situation. But this is a toxic push and pull tactic that causes the drama anyway. This person knows they need to block this person off, but they still open the lines of communication for the other person to message them. That's that love spell. That's that round and round. That's that karmic lesson being repeated. Best friend in reverse. Somebody that they don't even have a connection with. That they just feel like they can't let go. Instead of putting that energy back in, what I said, love struck. That energy that they should put back into themselves, loving themselves. They done got caught up into the mess. They bored, but they can't let it go. Give me 2 more. Yep, what I said, no love. They were just in love with the idealization of it, the infatuation of it, the temporary feelings it gave. And they got caught up. They got caught up in a situation where all they do is argue. They can't even talk like two adults. Yeah, because they using each other. That's how I feel. I feel like they're using each other. And the deeper that they go into the situation, the more drama that it causes, the more fights that it causes, the more that they indulge into things that is further binding them that they're not going to be able to let go. You know, this how toxic situation can become deadly. All right. Let's tap into the tarot. It ain't too much you can say off of this. Somebody, what somebody started off as something that could be innocent is just going downhill. Spirit, what's the story? What do we need to know? Yeah, look at that. Page of Cups, Empress in reverse. Somebody that's naive, that does not take care of themselves, that does not have that self-love. Somebody that is codependent on their environment. And somebody that has a creative block. Somebody that can't create on their own. This person doesn't have any emotional boundaries. Yeah, and they attract karmics. They attract karmics, third parties, all of that. And they think it's cute. King of Pentacles in reverse. They attract karmics. They attract people that present themselves like they have some type of stability, but they really don't. They attract the same kind of energy. We got the king and the queen, basically the empress and the king. They don't take care of themselves, and the people that they attract don't take care of themselves. They codependent, and the people that they attract are codependent with materialism, that are possessive, that are obsessed. They attract that same energy. That's what they attract when it comes to their friends and their lovers. Just a karmic situation. Yep, that's going to end up betraying them in the end. There's nothing good on this table. This person needs to free themselves and start doing the inner childhood healing, or do they shadow work? I mean, we can say that all day, but are they going to do it is the question. because they bored with what they doing. So that's what make this person go from one situation to another, creating the same energy, because they're not doing the healing work. They're not releasing. They're not freeing themselves from this lifestyle, this energy. And then we got the 6 of Swords in reverse. 6 of Swords in reverse. They stand. They just stand stuck mentally in this same karmic cycle. Reckless with their energy, just spreading themselves out thin, and they wondering why they attracted this energy. Then they want somebody to feel sorry for them, but I don't see nothing where they are trying to come out or trying to heal themselves. So obviously this is where they want to be. They feel like when one situation gets bored, they can no longer use the person, or they get tired of the person using them, then they go to another person and they do the same thing. It's the same cycle. We got the Moon card. Yeah, this person is very reckless behind the scenes. This person has a deep rooted issue when it comes to their subconscious and how they move. Yeah, broke mindset. Broke mindset. That's why they struggling. That's why they can't keep no money in their pocket. As soon as they make it, is as soon as it leaves out of their pocket. Yeah, this person does not speak up for themselves either. They do not live in their truth. So this what they are now. This is their destiny. They are stuck. They are blocked. They cannot move forward because they are not in alignment. This person is going through a period of misfortune. Bottom of the deck. Them and the people that they attract are karmic. Like I said, this person is stuck in darkness, stuck in scandal, stuck with people that gossip about them, that they gossip about. Give me one more. That'll talk about them and just watch them lose everything. Yeah, this is what they attracted though. So they went outside or went to the streets or thought they was living in that moment, and they attracted that same energy. This lover's energy, this is giving me that mirroring energy. That mirror the same lifestyle that they attract. Bottom of the deck, what we got? Yeah, it's a karmic situation. Very imbalanced, very reckless due to overindulgence and not being balanced out, not being tempered. This person does not have any protection. Nothing I can really say to that, okay? Let's clarify this situation and we're going to get out of here. The lifestyle this person is living is based on their choices. I think the message just want to be put out there. I don't think this person is in a position where they are opening to listening to anything positive. Nothing positive came out. This is a very draining energy, and this is the energy that people choose to be stuck in. My only advice that if you come across an energy that is draining you like this, that people are making the choices that they are making by being stuck in a certain mentality, I feel like you need to be aware of this energy and just move yourself out the way. If this energy has nobody to attack to, they have to make the choice to either change themselves, temper themselves out, do the work that they need to do to get on the right side, to get in a higher vibration, or you just have to let them crash and learn on their own. Okay, so what's the outcome? We got nature therapy. Your soul loves to connect and be at one with nature. A healing takes place when you ground and center yourself with the earth. This person cannot ground themselves until they hit a brick wall. So until this person hit rock bottom and really see that they themselves need to do the work, then they're going to keep going from cycle to cycle, to person. But it is coming up in the upright. So I feel like in due time, this person going to be able to do that. Or they're going to be put in a position where they don't have a choice but to do that. Okay, we got distorted view in reverse. So yeah, that's what I said. In due time, I feel like this person's perspective is going to change. It's probably the backstory of something that someone is going through, or this could be past, it could be future. You know, these readings are timeless. And what we got, stuck energy. This is the reason why this person is stuck, but this is what is required to get this person back into alignment, okay? And what we got, soulful synergy. Vulnerability leaves hearts in the dance of harmony, unity, and flow. This person has to put that energy back into themselves. They have to grind themselves. They have to change their perspective of how they think, how they move, what they're trying to get out of this situation so that they can get back into alignment, okay? We're going to leave it right there. I will see y'all in the next one. And I hope this helps someone. Bye.